From BVTV Studios on the campus of Buena Vista University, it's time for Buena Vista University Quiz Bowl with your host, Chris Bachman.
And welcome to today's Quiz Bowl show, live from Buena Vista University here in Storm Lake, Iowa. Check us out online at bvu.edu as we have two great teams here today trying to reach the quarterfinal round of our Quiz Bowl competition. IKM-Manning and Lawton-Bronson, and let's get the game started by having our contestants introduce themselves, beginning with our students from IKM-Manning.
Jacob Detlinger, I'm for 11th grade.
Adam Grun, 11th grade.
Wyatt Facile, 12th grade.
Grace Steiger, 12th grade.
And our students from Lawton-Bronson.
Xander Meister, 9th grade.
Adriana Heyman, 12th grade.
Tyson Braunschweig, 9th grade.
Kale Brower, 11th grade.
And welcome again to all of you, and welcome to Buena Vista University here in Storm Lake. So good luck to you both, and let's get round one started. What object did Medea help a Greek hero steal from the kingdom of Colchis? Lawton-Bronson.
A fleece.
More specific?
A golden fleece.
Correct. Next question. What boy undergoes a journey to a world filled with beasts in Morris Sendik's Where the Wild Things Are? And Lawton-Bronson.
Max.
Yes. Next question. What Titan, who was tricked into gathering apples from the garden of Hesperides, was condemned by Zeus to hold up the sky? IKM-Manning.
Atlas.
That is the correct answer. Next question. What relativistic phenomenon causes a clock moving relative to an observer to tick slower than a clock? IKM-Manning.
Time dilation.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Next question. Azote, meaning no life, was an early name for what nonpolar diatomic gas that contains a triple bond and forms the majority of Earth's atmosphere? Lawton-Bronson.
Nitrogen.
That is the correct answer. Off to a good start here between our two teams. Benjamin Britten's Young Person's Guide in the Orchestra is a set of variations on a musical theme by what composer of the opera Dido and Aeneas? Henry Purcell was the answer we were looking for. What province, which contains the Golden Horseshoe region, names the lake on which the city of Rochester, New York lies, and is led from Toronto? And the IKM-Manning team?
Quebec.
Incorrect. Lawton-Bronson, a chance? Yes.
Ontario.
That is the correct answer we were looking for. Our next question now here in round one of the toss-up questions. In June of 2017, the exposure of a culture of workplace sexual harassment led to the resignation of what CEO of Uber? Correct answer was Travis Kalanick. Next question. In 2018, Nebraska executed Carrie Dean Moore with what substance? An extremely potent opioid, often administered in the form of a patch on the skin. Lawton-Bronson?
Nicotine.
Incorrect. IKM-Manning. Yes.
Fentanyl.
That is the correct answer. Our next question. Which American sculptor used steel wire and enamel on sheet metal to create Lone Yellow, one of his mobiles? Alexander Calder was the answer. What city, home of the Lotte World Entertainment Complex and the Gangneung District, popularized in a song by Psy, is the capital of South Korea? IKM-Manning.
Seoul.
That is the answer. Our next question. Which blind English poet created Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained? Answer was John Milton. What organ can become inflamed due to chronic acid reflux and carries food to the stomach? Lawton-Bronson.
Esophagus.
Esophagus, correct answer. Our next question, the New England Patriots advanced to Super Bowl 52, winning the AFC Championship game against what team coached by IKM-Manning?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Incorrect. And I'll finish the question for Lawton-Bronson. What team that was coached by Doug Marrone? Yes.
The Rams.
No, correct answer was the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get another question in here. An English king with the epithet Rufus had what regal name which he shared with the king who assumed the throne during the Glorious Revolution? And our answer was William. Next question, what city, which along with Paris, is a main setting of The Sun Also Rises, is home of the San Fermin Festival featuring the running of the bulls? IKM-Manning.
Never mind. No answer.
Lawton-Bronson, you have a chance here. Yes.
Madrid.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer was Pamplona, the running of the bulls. And we need to run into a commercial break, and we'll be back with round 2, toss-up round, which features bonus questions, a chance for these two great teams to score even more points, plus we'll have a score update in a moment. This is the Buena Vista University Quiz Bowl.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
And we're back with our game between IKM-Manning and Lawton-Bronson here from the Buena Vista University Quiz Bowl competition, each team trying to advance to the quarterfinal round. And after round 1 of the toss-up questions, Lawton-Bronson with a slim 50-40 lead. And here in round 2 of our toss-up questions, each correct answer gives the team an opportunity to then answer a bonus question. So let's get rolling here in round 2 of our toss-up questions. Admiral John Jellicoe led British forces in what inconclusive naval battle, the largest of World War I? Lawton-Bronson?
Jutland.
Yes, that is the correct answer. And now for your bonus question. What novel in which Sansone Carrasco claims to be the Knight of Mirrors to help a delusional man from La Mancha was written by Miguel de Cervantes?
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
That is the correct answer. All right, our next question now for both teams. What character who moves in with her sister Stella after being evicted from Belle Reve is later raped by Stella's husband Stanley? Blanche Dubois was the correct answer. Our next question now for both teams once again. The Laffer curve posits an optimal rate for what economic concept which has a value-added form? Tax or taxes would have been acceptable for that one. What empire whose capital was built on Lake Texcoco was last ruled by IKM-Manning?
The Aztec Empire.
That is correct. And now for your bonus question. Europe's last dictator, Alexander Lukashenko, is the current president of what former Soviet republic?
Uzbekistan.
Incorrect. Belarus was the answer. Now again, for both teams here, what author described thirsty men surrounded by water everywhere in a poem that recounts the killing of an albatross by the title Mariner? Samuel Taylor Coleridge was the answer. Not quite in time, Lawton-Bronson. Next question. In 1959, astronomer Walter Scott Houston claimed in an April Fool's Day joke that what two moons, the only satellites of Mars, were made artificially? Phobos and Deimos, the answer. What person who was the subject of the phrase, "Nevertheless, she persisted," has been derisively called Pocahontas and is a senator from IKM-Manning?
Elizabeth Warren.
That is correct. And now for your bonus question. What Native American leader was a Lakota chief who was killed by police at the Standing Rock Reservation in the year of 1890?
Sitting Bull.
There you go. That's the correct answer. And our next question now for both teams. What quantity equals the dot product of the net force and velocity, measures the work performed per unit time, and can be expressed in watts? Yes, IKM-Manning.
Power.
Very good, especially me trying to mention that question there. Here's your bonus, all right? In what case, whose plaintiff was Norma McCorvey, did the Supreme Court hold that the right to privacy disallows many restrictions on abortion?
Roe versus Wade.
That is the correct answer. And now a question for both teams once again. What term that describes certain integers can also describe a function f such that f of x always equals f of minus x? And IKM-Manning?
Absolute value.
Not correct. Anything from Lawton-Bronson? Yes.
Inverse.
No, the answer we were looking for was even or evenness. What author who wrote about his participation in the Communist Party in the memoir Black Boy depicted the crimes of Bigger Thomas in Native Son? Richard Nathaniel Wright. Next question. The Spanish Civil War was won by what dictator who led Spain until 1975? Yes, Lawton-Bronson.
Franco?
Yes. And your bonus question. What city is on the island of Zealand and is Denmark's capital?
No answer.
Copenhagen. Next question for both teams. What woman who coined the term lost generation was the actual author of the autobiography of Alice B. Toklas? Gertrude Stein. What TV show depicting students at Sunnydale High had a spin-off series titled Angel and starred Sarah Michelle Gellar as the title Monster Hunter? Yes, Lawton-Bronson.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Just in the nick of time, that's correct, which gives you now a bonus question. What river, which Rudyard Kipling described as the road to Mandalay, is the longest in Myanmar, or Myanmar?
No answer.
Well, it was a tough one. Irrawaddy was the correct answer right there. And that is our round 2 of the toss-up questions. We're going to get everything added up, see where Lawton-Bronson and IKM-Manning stand as far as our score. And the fun part of the game now, the lightning round is coming up for our two teams, and we'll have that after this. It is the 2019 Quiz Bowl competition from Buena Vista University.
There's much more going on in Storm Lake than you may think. Visit and see the fun for yourself.
And we're live once again for the Quiz Bowl competition from Buena Vista University here in Storm Lake. Check out BVU online, bvu.edu anytime. And as we check the score during the break, we have a great game today between two great teams, Lawton-Bronson, IKM-Manning. tied at 90. Which brings us to the lightning round portion of our game. And since Lawton-Bronson answered the last question correctly, last correct response came from Lawton-Bronson, you get to choose which of the 3 topics for the lightning round questions. And those 3 topics are violence in America, sports records, or nicknames. So I'll give you for just a few seconds here.
We'll take nicknames.
All right, and Adriana, keep in mind, since you are the captain, you are the only one to say pass or give an answer, and you chose nicknames.
Yes.
All right, good luck. And our 60-second timer will start when I give you the first question. Now, nicknames identify the people who had these nicknames. Blackjack, a World War I general.
Pass.
The Black Prince, a Duke of Cornwall. We only need the first name.
Pick something.
Edward.
Yes. The Lion of the North, a Swedish king.
Gustavus Adolphus.
That is correct. Lady Day, a jazz singer.
Pass.
The Bambino, the Sultan of Swat, a baseball player.
Babe Ruth.
That is correct. The Mad Monk, a Russian mystic.
Rasputin.
Pardon me?
Rasputin.
Yes, that is correct. The Wizard of Menlo Park, an inventor.
Edison.
Thomas Edison.
Yes. The Iron Lady, a British prime minister.
Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher.
That is correct. Blackbeard, a pirate.
Pass.
And that is the timer that I hear. You passed on 2 questions during the 60 seconds, which means IKM-Manning now has a chance to answer the 2 questions that you passed on. Okay, IKM-Manning, the 2 they passed on, Blackjack, a World War I general.
General Pershing.
That is correct. And the next question that they passed on regarding nicknames, Blackbeard, a pirate.
Edward Teach.
Yes, very good. So out of those 10 questions between the 2, all but 1. Very good. So that lightning round portion is done. And now it's IKM-Manning's opportunity to select one of the 2 topics that remain. And again, violence in America, the other sports records.
Sports records.
All right, good luck. The 60 seconds will start when I ask the first question, and we're talking about sports records. Name the holders of these American sports records. Number 1, most career Major League home runs.
Babe Ruth.
Incorrect. Most NBA career rebounds.
Bill Russell.
Incorrect. Horse with the fastest time in all 3 Triple Crown races.
Secretariat.
That is correct. Most career singles Grand Slam wins in tennis's Open era.
Federer.
Incorrect. Most wins in Division I men's college basketball as a coach.
Bobby Knight.
Incorrect. Longest streak of consecutive Major League games played. Baseball, Major League Baseball.
Pass.
NHL, most NHL goals scored.
Wayne Gretzky.
Correct. Longest NFL field goal.
Justin Tucker.
Incorrect. Most career NASCAR races won. All right. With that, we will give Lawton-Bronson an opportunity to try and answer the questions that were either answered incorrectly or passed on. Number 1 being most career Major League home runs. Adriana, you will answer?
Derek Jeter.
No, the correct answer was Barry Bonds. Most NBA career rebounds.
Jordan.
The correct answer was Wilt Chamberlain. So the next question was most career singles Grand Slam wins in tennis's Open era.
Pass.
Okay, the answer there was Serena Williams. Next question, most wins in Division I men's college basketball for a coach.
Pass.
From Duke, Mike Krzyzewski. Next one, longest streak of consecutive Major League Baseball games played.
Pass.
Cal Ripken Jr. was our answer. And the last one, longest NFL field goal.
Pass.
All right, Matt Prater kicked the longest NFL field goal. Lightning round puts a lot of pressure on our teams. There's no question about that. We will add up the scores, and we are headed for the final round. Everybody take a deep breath. Here we go. We'll see which team advances to the quarterfinal round and be back with more in a moment from the Buena Vista University Quiz Bowl.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up! Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
And we're gearing up for the final stretch of today's Quiz Bowl competition. One of these two teams advances to the quarterfinal round. Updated scores after our lightning round portion. Lawton-Bronson with a slight lead, 150 to IKM-Manning's 130. Here in the final toss-up segment, each question is now worth double the points. Every correct answer worth 20 points. Good luck to you both. Let's begin. A 1686 poem about a frog jumping into an ancient pond exemplifies what poetic genre whose masters include Matsuo Basho? Lawton-Bronson.
Haiku.
Yes. Next question. What sociologist gave an influential definition of the state in politics as a vocation and wrote The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism? Max Weber. Next question. The cell walls of diatoms contain what mineral, also found in sand and quartz? Lawton-Bronson.
Silicon?
That is correct. What American artist who signed many of his works with a butterfly monogram created an arrangement in gray and black depicting his mother? Whistler's mother. Next question. Politician Arnold Schwarzenegger and actor Christopher Waltz were born in what European country? IKM-Manning.
Austria.
That is correct. What 20th century philosopher argued that religion is based mainly upon fear in his essay, Why Am I Not a Christian? Bertrand Russell. What man won the Orteig Prize for a trip that started in Roosevelt Field using the spirit of St. Louis to make the first solo transatlantic flight? Charles Lindbergh. What British author chronicled Christian's journey away from the city of destruction in a novel titled The Pilgrim's Progress? Bunyan. Correct answer. What singer or the singer demands Baby Love Me Lights Out in what Beyoncé song that includes an audio sample from the Challenger disaster and has a two-letter title? XO. What last name of Larry, a co-founder of Oracle, is shared by the authors of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream and the 1952 novel Invisible Man? IKM-Manning?
Wells.
Wells was incorrect. What architect of the Trinity College Library designed over 50 churches after the Great Fire of London, including the rebuilt St. Paul's Cathedral? And time is up. Christopher Wren. And that means our time is up in the final segment. And let me go back to when you answered Wells, the correct answer was Larry Ellison on that particular question. That was the final toss-up competition. We'll get the scores added up and have the final score and which team advances to the quarterfinal round. And we'll be back after this.
There's much more going on in Storm Lake than you may think. Visit and see the fun for yourself.
Well, another well-played game between our two teams here in the Quiz Bowl competition from Buena Vista University. Winner today, congratulations to Lawton-Bronson. Final score was 190 to 150, and we'd like to extend a thank you to Coach Burks from IKM-Manning and the 4 members of the team. Thank you. And also congratulate Coach Anderson and his 4 members of his Quiz Bowl team. Adriana, the team captain today, also Kale, Tyson, and Xander. Good work and congratulations. You have qualified for the quarterfinal round of the Quiz Bowl competition. So continue to study and brush up. I'm sure Coach will make sure you are ready for that. And IKM-Manning, to the 4 of you students, congratulations on representing your school in such a fine way. I'm sure your coach is proud of you. Great to have you here today with the Quiz Bowl, and best of luck to the students in the future. Coming up next week and very soon, our Quiz Bowl competition will continue as we make our way to the championship round. We want to thank everybody involved, our 2 teams and the Lawton-Bronson squad for advancing. Be sure to tune in next week. Until then, so long from Buena Vista University and our Quiz Bowl.